Hey guys, I thought I would do another video this morning. Day 3, 4, which day are we on? Whichever day we're on, I'm enjoying Path of Exile. So in the background is some gameplay I recorded through Shadowplay, just of a syndicate. It's of a certain syndicate. As I've been doing a little bit of mapping, yesterday we spoke a bit about how I've been trying to work on the build as a lab farmer. So lab farming went great yesterday. I tried out the axe and I tried out the new chest piece, and I could just face tank a fully buffed up Azaro on charges and conduit, and the dog in the lab doesn't really touch me anymore. So I've now officially made it as a lab farmer. I've got a 5 link. I've got a basically the best Kingsmaker axe on the server, weirdly enough. I don't know how that happened, but apparently I do, unless someone's double corrupted one. And it cost roughly, I'd say, 7C for the weapon, 10C for all the chest piece and linking. The boots I found, the gloves I found, 2C for a Carnage Heart. So it's actually been pretty cheap to get going. So I farmed the lab a lot yesterday, managed to make a couple of exalts and gem sales and enchants. Nothing too amazing, but enough to keep me interested. So I'm not going to upgrade to a disfavor with the exalts, but if I begin to really enjoy Cyclone mapping, I may think about doing Cyclone as an end game build, as I really do like the Slayer Leech and the Cull. I've become a fan of that since I've started playing Slayer. It's kind of addicting when you get the big life leech coming back, and I think it's helpful for these hectic fights to have that much leech. So if I could take Cyclone to the end game, that'd be great. I've beaten Uber Elder as a melee build once. I'd love to beat it as Cyclone, as that really is a melee skill. So that's sort of how the lab went. The upgrades went great. I managed to swap out one of the veiled mods on my chest piece. I got rid of the increased armor, and instead it has intelligence and max life. So it now has 8% max life and mana. The mana's not important, but it's been going great. If you go on my Twitch channel and you click the little extension, the Twitch Armory, it'll show you my profile if you're interested in that. This is a syndicate. I haven't done much mapping. I'm only in like the tier 2 maps due to the fact I've been doing the lab. And, well, I decided, you know what, there's so much content, I'm just really enjoying it. There's Delve, which granted isn't the best balance this league, but incursions are fantastic. And all the other stuff in the game, Abyss League, there's the incursions, there's all this new syndicate stuff, there's the crafting, and there's like an overwhelming amount of content that's good. Like everything's been balanced well, and I'm really, really enjoying the league. That's why I'm probably making content when normally I'm not. So what I saw here on the screen is Tiny's trial. I've not seen this before, and you have effectively 12 seconds to craft whatever you want. I think mine was 12 seconds because I had him at level 3. And the reason I've included this clip is because this is Path of Exile, right, in a nutshell. You can effectively, you can sort of win on PoE or you can lose. Well, I lost on PoE, but the reason I'm including this is I just think it's really fun, these type of things, because it doesn't hurt anyone. Now here, I went for the 9 jeweler orbs. I'm pretty sure that was the right move. I went for the 9 fuses. Pretty sure that was the right move. And fuses are useful, aren't they? So I went for the fuses. But things like this, they're not overpowered. They're not gonna... It's not RNG. Well, I'm sorry. It's not like the difference between making or breaking a league. But it's just a nice piece of little RNG that you can look forward to, right? It doesn't harm anyone. There's no significant balances change that are going to happen. You know, if somebody happens to pull out 9 exalts from that, the league's not going to break. Whereas sometimes they introduce some things that have crafting mechanics that can skew the league a bit. But these so far just seem really fun little trials. And I look forward to playing some more of them. So the plan is to delve into the lab a little bit more, farm some lab now that my build's working, and just begin to sort of think about what my main build is going to be. I was looking to do maybe Cyclone for the end game. I was looking at maybe Arc Mine Traps, which I've not played before. I know apparently they're overpowered, but I've not played before. And or just something completely new. We'll see. So the reason I'm showing you PoE trade is I wanted to buy some gloves to craft. And also the reason I wanted to sort of make this video is to rewatch what gloves I actually rolled over. So spoiler, I end up buying a pair of gloves. Because I was like, okay, I'll craft some gloves, right? I'll craft some gloves and I'll see what happens. Because what I can do, if I'm crafting energy shield, I can just chaos spam until I see a high number at the top, and then just once I see like a big enough number, just slam a load of exiles onto it. That was my plan, right? But what happened was 12 seconds seemed longer at first than what I expected, right? It seemed longer at first, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait, shit, it's not that long, and then I rolled over all my good gloves. So I've just included it because I just fuck up, basically. So once we've bought these gloves here, I can skip this on, and we go into the trial. I've got my pair of gloves. Got my pair of gloves here. Go in back into the trial room, and we start the timer. I do believe, actually. I think I've actually already messed up one. So we start the timer here, right? And I want to show you what happens, because I thought it was funny. So I tried to start the timer, and then it wasn't working, and then I realised, right, they need to be a normal item. So I was like, why isn't this working? And then, yeah, need to be a normal item. So we'll go and scour them, and then we'll go and craft them. But I've just been really enjoying the league. I've got my defences now for the lab set up. I could look at maybe a Taste of Hate or a Sin's Rebirth rather than the Zeri's Promise. I have died once in the lab, and that was to traps, but here we go. So I decided to alch them, and if we look here, you have 7 seconds, and I'm pretty sure there, if I rewind it, I'm pretty sure I rolled over. There was 144, 67, 56. I rolled over these gloves. So I could have just slammed a load of exalts on. Now, I don't know if that's going to be enough energy shield, but I saw almost 200 ES. And I thought to myself, I've been in this crafting window quite a while, and there's still a lot of time left. But I rolled over them. And I was like, shit. And I tried to find another high number again, and then I found 110, and I thought, oh shit, and I went to exalt them all, and it had gone. So, yeah, I pretty much messed up on that one. And I was like, oh, fucking hell. So I go and scour them, and we go in, because this one had 2 attempts. I don't know if that's normal, but this one had 2 attempts. So we go in for round 2, and I was like, okay, I'm prepared this time. I know what's going on, right? Alk, Chaos. And I'm pretty sure I did it again. Or I didn't hit anything good. There was 115 there. There was 100. And then I just didn't seem to really hit anything. And it was just like, oh, damn it, man. But I enjoyed it. You know, there's been a lot of new stuff added to the game, for sure. So those were the final gloves, that we made. Those were the final gloves we made after let's pause it again. 24 seconds of infinite currency. And we came up with 56 ES gloves with 9 res. So, good crafting session. God damn. Good crafting session. So, I'm not sure what the other rooms are. I haven't really looked anything up to spoil it. But yeah, I had a full temple. I tried to turn in a headhunter and didn't get one, obviously. We've also got this one here, which I did clip, and it was just me going through a Torah sort of syndicate. But this one was not really as interesting. I don't know if I didn't have a high enough level or what Torah offered, but it seemed to be effectively like a breach room where if you've ever put a breach stone in, you sort of make your way up, and then you reach you reach the top, and then you go into the arena. When I went into the arena, I went ahead and, you know, it's quite a low level zone this, because it's my first one, so I think it was like a level 65 zone or something, because I haven't really mapped because I've been in the lab. So you pretty much just one-shotter, even with my slow tanky build. So we managed to kill them off, and nothing really happened. I didn't really get a trial or anything. What she seemed to offer was boxes with items that contain 2 veils, which actually are better than I thought, because if you've got 2 veils, you can change the 2 veils, meaning like, if like my chest piece has 2 veiled mods on it, meaning I can put on like max life and something else like a res, so you can do 2 crafts if it's got 2 veils, so it's kind of like a multi-mod. But at the beginning I didn't realize these things had 2 veils. But I got some Harbinger orbs, some stuff with 2 veils, so that was nice. I guess I would say the only annoying thing about the league, but I'll remember that once I'm mapping, is sometimes you look at an item and you think, oh, that's bad, I'll vendor it, but you remember it's got a veiled mod on it, and you don't want to just throw it away because it might reveal something good. So that it'd be more interesting if the rares were like blue that had a veil on them, and then you were like, oh, that's blue, I shouldn't vendor that, or like green or something. But that's what I've been up to. Been enjoying PoE, got my build going, unlocked some veils, and yeah, you know, these have all got 2 veils, but as you can see, I unveil one of them, and then I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just craft like something on them, but I didn't realize they had 2 veils. I do after the video, but yeah. You can see this is where I got the max life and mana from, which allowed me to then craft it onto my chest piece. So there we have it. That's what I've been up to in PoE. Hopefully you're enjoying it, or hopefully you're thinking about playing. Catch you later.